Today, we're taking a look at the top 5 long-range guns in Season 2 of Warzone 2. The meta has considerably changed since the latest update, and I'm going to show you exactly how you should be building each gun. And don't worry, I've spent hours sifting through data-mined information via sim.gg, so you don't have to find the statistically best build for each weapon. So you have that edge over everyone else in the lobby. And make sure you stick around all the way through the video, as the last 2 guns on this list are just so easy to use, you don't even need to worry about the recoil control. So let's jump into the best and most well-rounded weapon in Warzone 2. And yes, I've recently made a video on just that, the ISO Hemlock. This gun has the fastest TTK out of all the assault rifles, and it has some of the lowest recoil too, making it really easy to use and very simple to get some wins. So let's jump straight into the best attachments for this gun. For the barrel, take the Fielder T50 for better bullet velocity and recoil control, and for the tuning, go up for recoil steadiness by plus 0.15, then left for ADS speed by negative 0.22. For the muzzle, take the KOMODO Heavy, as this offers the most horizontal recoil control out of all of the options there, as well as giving you slight vertical recoil control too. For the tuning, go up for recoil stabilization by plus 0.54, and then right for gun kit control by plus 0.23. Now onto the ammunition, take the high velocity rounds for additional bullet velocity and recoil control, and for the tuning, go down for recoil control by negative 0.2, and then left for recoil steadiness by negative 9. For the magazine, take the 45 round mag for more bullets, and then for the optic, take the AMO PV4 for a precision picture sight, and for the tuning, go down for ADS speed by negative 0.87, and then right for a far eye position by negative 1.65. You can see the full build on the screen now. And now moving on to a faster killing weapon than the ISO Hemlock, and maybe a better option than it too, as this gun has next to no recoil and a ridiculously fast TTK, and on top of all of that, it's got a 100 round magazine, and that's the Sakin MG38. Now you do need to sort of stay focused and not get caught out in the open, as its reload speed is really low. I think it's 2 to 3 times longer than the ISO Hemlock. As well as that, its mobility is pretty low and its ADS speed is pretty bad as well. But ultimately, when you're aiming down sight, you are going to win every single gunfight against the ISO Hemlock. And just a tip, it's definitely worth using the fast hands perk for the Sakin MG38 to alleviate some of that reload speed and give you better mobility as well. So let's jump straight into the best attachments for the gun. For the barrel, take the 20-inch BRUEN Silver Series for a better bullet velocity and recoil control. Then for the tuning, go up for recoil steadiness by plus 0.35, and then left for ADS speed by negative 0.31. For the muzzle, take the TYLR8 for vastly increased horizontal recoil control, while still compensating slightly for the vertical side too. Then for the tuning, go up for recoil stabilization by plus 0.62, and then right for gun kit control by plus 0.17. Now onto the underbarrel, take the Lockwood Precision 40 for a vastly improved recoil control, and then for the tuning, go down for hip walking speed by negative 0.34, and then left for ADS speed by negative 0.09. And then onto the ammunition type, use this 7.62 high velocity rounds for better bullet velocity and recoil control, and then on the tuning, go down for recoil smoothness by negative 0.23, and then left for recoil steadiness by negative 3.19. Lastly, onto the optic, take the AMO PV4 for a better precision sight. For the tuning, go down for aim down sight speed by negative 1.26, and then right for a far eye position by negative 1.65. You can see the full build on the screen now, but as another tip, smokes are essential for this gun, as it can help out with that lower mobility and allow you to cross open areas of play whilst not being too slow in doing so. Now onto the fastest killing weapon on this list. This is the RHINO MG. This gun kills crazy fast, and when I say crazy fast, I mean it, as almost 33% faster killing than the ISO Hemlock, but it does have some downsides too when you compare it to the other options on this list. The mobility and ADS speed and reload speed is the slowest by quite some margin, and then you only have a 75 round magazine, and for an LMG with long reload times, that can be a little bit burdening. You also have to be very cautious when reloading, as it has a really long reload time, and then the slow rate of fire as well, which does mean you won't burn through ammo as much, but you will find it less forgiving if you start missing 1 or 2 of your shots in a gunfight. This gun is definitely a high risk, high reward, so probably better for you higher skilled players out there, but it's definitely so much fun to use because you can delete enemies in half a second, which is considerably faster than a lot of the other guns on this list. Now let's jump into the best attachments for it. For the barrel, take the 21-inch EXF RHINO barrel for improved recoil control and bullet velocity, and then for the tuning, go up for recoil steadiness by plus 0.05, and then left for ADS speed by negative 0.08. And then for the muzzle, take the KRAKEN for a better recoil control for both horizontal and vertical recoil, and then for the tuning, go up for recoil stabilization by plus 0.34, and then right for gun kit control by plus 0.26. Then for the underbarrel, go for the DUNE grip for a better recoil control with less downsides than the other options out there. For the tuning, go up for recoil stabilization by plus 0.62, and then left for aim walking speed by negative 0.28. For the ammunition, take the 0.338 mag high velocity rounds rounds for better bullet velocity and recoil control, and then for the tuning, go down for recoil smoothness by negative 0.47, and then left for recoil steadiness by negative 5.52. Lastly, for the optic, take the AIMO PV4 again. For the tuning, go down for aim down sight speed by negative 1.65, and then right for a far eye position by negative 1.6. You can see the full build on the screen now, but again, as a tip, take the smoke grenades to mask that lower mobility and the fast hands perk to speed up that reload time. Now onto what is probably my favourite kickback and relax gun, the TAC-56. This gun is just so easy to use as it has no recoil and a really competitive time to kill too. It's a real jack of all trades and it has really solid mobility and a really good reload time as well. For the muzzle, take the KOMODO heavy as it offers great horizontal recoil control. Then for the tuning, go up for recoil stabilization by plus 0.41, and then right for gun kick control by plus 0.11. Now onto the underbarrel, take the Lockwood Precision 40 for a great recoil control. For the tuning, go down for hip walking speed by negative 0.21, and then left for ADS speed by negative 0.19. For the ammunition type, take the 5.56 high velocity rounds for better bullet velocity and recoil control. For the tuning, go down for recoil smoothness by negative 0.18, and then left for recoil steadiness by negative 2.9. For the magazine, take the 60 round mag to kill more enemies without having to reload. And then onto the optics, take the AIMO PV4 again. For the tuning, go down for ADS speed by negative 0.87, and then right for a far eye position by negative 1.65. You can see the full build on the screen now. And lastly, onto the dark horse of the top 5, the Kastov 545. Now this gun is very similar to the TAC-56, but it does things slightly differently in the fact that it's slightly worse recoil control and time to kill, but has a better reload speed and mobility, so it makes are a great alternative if you just want to mix things up and use a different gun in your game. And ultimately, the margins are so narrow between the two, it really just depends what works best for your playstyle. So for the barrel, take the IG K30 406 for improved recoil control and bullet velocity. For the tuning, go up for recoil steadiness by plus 0.16, and then left for ADS speed by negative 0.21. For the muzzle, take the KOMODO heavy yet again. This is a common factor on a lot of guns, guys, for its improved horizontal recoil control. And then for the tuning, go up for recoil stabilization by plus 0.34, and then right for gun kick control by plus 0.12. For the underbarrel, take the Lockwood Precision again for better recoil control. For the tuning, go down for hip walking speed by negative 0.46, and then left for ADS speed by negative 0.14. For the magazine, take the 60 round mag to allow you to kill more enemies without having to reload. And then for the optic, take the AIMO PV4 yet again for that precision sight. And then for the tuning, go down for ADS speed by negative 2.61, and then right for a far eye position by negative 1.65. You can see the full build on the screen now, but thanks for watching all the way until the end of the video. If you did enjoy it and haven't already, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button to stay up to date with all my latest content to help you become a better player. And if you have any thoughts, I'd love to hear from you in the comments section down below. And lastly, if you want to know the best secondary weapon to pair all of these guns with, then click on the video on screen now.